Nej, nu skärmdelar den inte.
Försvann det?
New game.
Också.
Okej, vad ska man skriva in för namn?
Alltså jag vågade inte skriva mitt riktiga namn. Adrian kommer heta Adrian.
Lukas. Lukas heter Adrian. Ska vi göra det?
Lukas.
Vad är det?
Jag heter Adrian Gaming.
Hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me.
Alltså du får ju läsa högt.
Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it's just of works, yes. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me after like this, I almost had better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalks and let Sayori catch up to me. Aha!
I overslept again. But I got you this time. Maybe you only but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that you were thinking about ignoring
vi kan ju ha en liksom, någon kan ju ha varsin röst.
That's me, Adrian Gaming.
Lukas, du får vara Lukendo då. Vänta, vad händer? What?
Okej, men vem är Adrian Gaming då?
Nej men alltså vi kan ju spela på bara en skärm.
That's me, Lukendo. Well, if people stare at you
for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine.
But
vem är Sayori?
Det är Adrian Sayori.
But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori.
We cross the streets together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Lukendo, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I?
No.
I'm sure it's possible that I did. One of our many conversations where I dismissively go along whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content, just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Lukendo kollar på anime confirmed.
I was talking about how I were worried that you won't learn to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You got me right. Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though.
Will you at least promise me you try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head.
Varför är jag anime girl?
Nej, du är first person. The school day is as ordinary as ever. And it's over. Vänta, du är anime girl, jag är inte anime girl.
Du. Precis.
And it's over before I
Lukas är anime boy.
After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at a wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Jag kom precis på att det här är din fanfiction dream alltså.
Ja.
Du bara läser det här med lite bilder i bakgrunden.
Ja, vet.
So you want me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Oh. Hello.
Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. Oh shit. Oh. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd
Yes.
catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in.
Oh,
Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
you don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
Know what?
well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah?
Yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club.
Alltså, vad händer här? Mini.
Alltså anime
Alltså,
ansikterna.
Adrian, du måste ju prata som en anime
Vice
girl.
president of the literature
Som
club.
vadå?
Du måste ju ha röst som en anime girl-röst.
Nej.
Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to go to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Kom igen, högre i ton. Why do you care so much anyway?
I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Yeah.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's as cunning as to have planned all the above. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. Okay. Jag kan inte snacka idag, okej?
Jag sa också det innan.
Cupcake.
Okay?
Yes, let's go!
Du blev Tails från
And
Sonic.
thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I digitally follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone... Vänta, det är du.
Everyone!
Okej, jag får vara de andra då.
Vem?
De andra personerna som är med i klubben.
Jaha, okej.
Okay, I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room.
Welcome! Nej, vänta, okej. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Adrian Gaming, what a nice surprise.
Va?
Nej, det är jag nu.
Ja.
Eller igen.
Ja, det är det.
Lucando, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a third year. She's also the one who made cupcakes. According to Sayori.
Oh, you can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls.
Wait, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that.
Smartest in the club.
Va? Oh.
Huh? Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right?
Hey, Monica.
That's right.
That's right.
It's great to see you again, Lucando.
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Oh, Monica.
Come sit down, Lucando. We made a room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica.
Och får vi välja?
I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayuri mentioned, it's a bit widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayuri. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Whoa!
Oh,
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate that were used to make ears. So cute! Jag var tvungen
I
att...
had no idea you were good. You were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said,
Well, maybe. But not for you, you dummy.
no, shit, jag tryckte på någonting.
Bara följ mig.
Return. But not for, you dumb. Okay, Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yu returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
Ta i mig.
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that,
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best. You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Enthusiastic.
Oh.
What? Okay. Oh. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still really don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Lucando, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Ooh. Well, considering how little I've read the past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga.
Weed.
Natsuki's head suddenly perks up.
Va? No,
It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds.
Ooh.
The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind
Cannot
them is
like
amazing to me.
Sonic.
And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment she walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Oh. I read a horror book once. I just pretty great, something that I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really?
Adrian, du kan
Vänta,
ta
vänta.
Monica om du vill.
Obviously.
Det är chill.
Really, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
expected
man.
that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror! Oh, why is that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud. And give it that back.
Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Okay. I'm not cute!
Du ska läsa det där, Lucas. I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Oh shit. Why don't you share them sometime?
Lucas, det är en knapp. Hur kan du få det?
No!
No,
Natsuki averts her eyes.
you wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself.
Oh
You
shit.
must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Deep.
Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Frågetecken? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home. All of her own. And next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ja.
Italian anime girl.
Now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all to get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Lucan?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there is still one problem.
Hey, what's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forward with what has been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club.
Uh-oh.
Sarah may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But
I'm sorry. I thought.
Lucan.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes lit up.
Yes, I'm so happy. I'm just gonna...
Hey,
Va?
Okay.
hey.
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Oh, thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everybody remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring back the next to bring to the next meeting so we all share.
Adrian Gaming.
Du läser inte monologen.
Lucendo, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey,
Lucendo, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
that's right. Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed at school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yeah, vänta. Okay. I'm back, boys. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
It's time to write the poem. Va?
Vad händer, Lukas?
It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most.
Samma eller?
Okej, så vi får välja ord här.
Jag får välja vad ni vill skriva på men
Headphones.
Men vad ska vi välja? Hur vet man vem som är vem? Alltså...
Man får ju tänka på deras personligheter typ. Vem ni tycker om extra mycket.
Dream.
Okay,
Ska vi ta samma?
jag tar typ...
Om man följer min så blir det bra. För det är liksom...
Embrace tar jag.
Adrian Gaming är canon.
Ja, min är canon. Love. Tear. Calm. Chocolate. Infinite. Eternity. Death. Summer. Playground. Bunny hair. Fluff. Sparkle. Mouse. Play. Peace. Ja. I can do.
Vänta, chilla.
Bara följ min. Det kommer bli olika ju, eller?
Ja, lite så kommer det bli.
Men du kan bara följa min då.
För att de kommer tycka annorlunda om era vad det nu heter.
Ja.
Vad heter det? Dikt.
Alltså, men vad är det här för spel? Vad är det så här hela tiden?
Ja. Det är gameplay.
Jag känner att det kanske har blivit dags att...
Säg...
Nej, Adrian, chilla.
Alltså...
Skit.
Nej, du måste spara först!
Ja, men alltså trodde jag någonsin kommer köra
Ja,
det.
du ska klara detta!
Nej, jag ska aldrig...
Oh my god, Adrian.
Du stängde ju av!
Ja, jag ska stänga av, jag ska uninstalla. Har jag kört i 30 minuter? Nej, det här är ju pinsamt.
Gillar du inte det?
Du spenderade typ 1,5 timme igår med att köra Roblox.
Ja, men det är bättre alltså.
Gillar du inte detta?
Ska vi köra lite Pizza Place?
Alltså, det är cringe.
Ska vi köra lite Pizza Place?
Alltså, jag ska köra...